Hi, this is Laura from Easy Looks. After watching this video, you will know how to sew a bikini top that you can wear in at least 17 different ways. The PDF pattern for this multi-way bikini top comes in 4 different sizes and it's ready to be printed at home. Once printed, the first thing you need to do is to measure the test square to confirm everything was printed correctly. Then, you just need to join the sheets of paper together. To do this, fold or cut out the bottom edge on the outside of the gray rectangle you will see on each page. You will notice there is letters on the edges. Match A with A, B with B, C with C, and then tape the pages together using sticky tape like this. And you will have the full pattern ready. Choose the size you want to use. For mine, I'll be using medium size. And I will copy that size on tracing paper to keep the full pattern intact, in case I want to use a different size to make a bikini top for someone else. If you know you're only going to use one size, you can cut the pattern directly from the original. Once it's done, it will look like this and you can start using it to cut your fabric. I used around 0.9 yards or 80 centimeters of a 4-way stretch nylon spandex fabric. Cut out 4 pieces of fabric using the bikini top pattern. You're going to use 2 pieces for the front and 2 for the inside, or what it is the lining of the top. To create the strap that goes under the bust, cut a strip of fabric that is 1 5/8 of an inch wide and 59 inches long. Start by pinning 2 of the pieces together with the right size of the fabric facing each other. Then you're going to sew along the sides and the small part at the top too. For this, I select the stretch stitch that looks like a narrow zigzag. Then I set the stitch length to 4. If you don't have this stitch, a small zigzag can work too. Sew 3/8 of an inch away from the edge. Once you finish sewing one side, go ahead and sew the other side too. After that, sew the top part as well. Snip in a diagonal to trim the corners, and reduce bulk on the seams to get some good looking corners once you turn your top right side out. Repeat the same steps with the other set of pieces to have both sides of the top sewn and looking like this. Then turn them right side out. If you want to add padding, now is the right time to do it, before hemming the bottom of the bikini top. I like it without padding, and if you don't want the people around you to notice that you are getting cold, what I use are these silicone covers that stick to your skin without adhesive. They are amazing. If you want to check them out, I will leave the link of those in the description box below. The next step is to stay stitching both pieces by sewing 3/8 of an inch away from the bottom edge with a straight stitch that will look like this. Now, to create the string channel, measure 1 inch away from the bottom edge and mark it down like this along the edge. Then, fold the edge of the fabric, aligning it just above the 1 inch line that we just marked, and pin it in place. Repeat the same steps on the other piece. Then, select a regular zigzag stitch. In my brother's sewing machine, it comes with a number 4, and I set the stitch length to 1.8 and the width to 2. Start sewing, making sure the zigzag stitch is catching the edge of the fabric and back stitch at the beginning and the end of the seams. Once you're done, the front will look like this and the inside like this. To sew the straps that goes below the bust, you can fold the strip of fabric in half, sew 3/8 of an inch away from the edge, and then turn it right side out. But there is another way I like better, and it's by folding 3/8 of an inch on each side inwards, and then fold again in half like a sandwich. Pin everything together like this and then sew. To make this process easier and faster, I use these 2 beautiful tools. By passing the strip of the fabric through the bias maker tool, it folds the edges automatically. Then insert it in the tape binding presser foot to keep it folded in half while you sew it. To sew it down, use a zigzag stitch and set the stitch length to 4 and the width to 4 as well. Start stitching along the edge, and once you are done, it would look like this. With this method, there is no need to turn anything right side out, and it creates a more solid strap. To finish the edge, fold them like this and sew using a straight stitch. Then trim the excess of fabric. Use a safety pin to insert the strap through each of the channels like this. And you are done! New bikini top ready! If you can imagine it, you can create it. In your hands lies the power to turn the invisible into visible. Now check out this video to find out the 17 different ways you can tie this bikini top. I hope this tutorial was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.